Hi everybody, this is the very first video for the Blood Type Online YouTube page. I'm very excited about that. And this is going to be just some random updates that I'm going to be doing, just talking about some different stuff, and just try not to do the same old thing. But what I'm talking about today is a few things that I think you guys are going to be interested in, because I know I am. So hopefully you guys think the same exact way that I do. If not, I'm screwed. But basically, what I'm talking about right now is this upcoming weekend's Cinema Wasteland convention. This convention is my absolute favorite that I go to more regularly than any other one I've ever went to. They do 2 a year. It's in Strongsville, Ohio, and this upcoming weekend is one of their biggest shows that they've done in a while. There is a 35th anniversary of the original Tobe Hooper classic Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Some of the guests that are going to be there are going to be Marilyn Burns, Alan Danziger, John Dugan, Gunnar Hansen, Terry McMinn's going to be there, Edwin Neal's going to be there, William Vale's going to be there, Lou Perryman's going to be there. It's definitely one of the biggest ones that I've seen in quite some time, which is very cool. Also, the guest that I'm most looking forward to, Christine Lindberg from Thriller or Cruel Picture, a.k.a. They Call Her One-Eye. Also from the convention is going to be Charles Craig from Night of the Living Dead, David Crawford from Dawn of the Dead. Several other people from Dawn of the Dead are going to be there too. Another one I'm really excited about is Danny Steinman, who directed Savage Streets and Friday the 13th Part 5. I know that, I'm not retarded, I'm just slow. Also, the average guest that they always have there, like the horror hosts, and great people like 42nd Street Pete, and basically just the entire crew of people that go to the conventions, and it's a whole family of people at the Wasteland. So looking forward to that. And another thing I wanted to bring up too, just talking about Cinema Wasteland and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is the Dark Sky DVD, which most of you guys know about, I'm sure. But by the off chance that you guys haven't completely exhausted this thing by now, which hopefully you have, but there's a great documentary on here called Flash Wounds that actually shows the Cinema Wasteland 30th anniversary of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the reunion that they did then, that since had a couple people that have passed on, like Paul Partain and Robert Burns. So that's really cool. It's a cool feature on the DVD. So if you've never seen it, pick this up and check it out. And if by chance you haven't seen it, you own the disc, it gives you something very cool to watch. And there's also other stuff on there too, but that's the reason why I brought that up. But also, some other stuff I wanted to tell you guys about really quickly too are some great DVDs that I just received. Obviously, doing Blood Type Online, I'm very privileged in the fact that I do get screener DVDs from some companies and some people. And obviously, the first movie I'm going to let you guys know about is a must-buy. This movie is from one of my favorite companies called Grindhouse Releasing, and it's the release of a very long-awaited Lucio Fulci film called Cat in the Brain. This DVD is awesome. It's a 2-disc edition. It has a brand new transfer. It looks great. The gore is completely intact and as red as it's ever been. Also, I had a very strange experience with this movie because I had seen this movie years ago. I didn't really care for it, but it was probably about the 3rd Fulci movie I'd ever seen. So wasn't real, sure about what I was getting into at the time. But going back and rewatching it, it's a blast. It's so much fun. It's basically watching Lucio Fulci lose his mind because he stars in the film, which is just absurd in itself. So you have to see it for that alone. But also on this DVD, there are some great special features. There's some Fulci interviews on the DVD that are over 20 minutes long. It features his 1996 Fango convention appearance, which is awesome as well. It's a must-own for Fulci fans, just for the special features alone, especially if you don't have the movie. And also, there's a really good interview on here with actor Brett Halsey, who is in the film, but from other films that he was in. Because if you're not really sure what this movie is, it's basically Fulci is in the film as a film director who's basically losing his mind, and they show a lot of the clips from his films and from some other films that aren't his, and actually splice them into the movie. It's very cool. I think people definitely would want to check this out. This is from Grind grindhouse releasing. These folks put up the best stuff. So, highly recommend that. And another movie I wanted to let everybody know about is it's a cool little independent slasher film that I'd seen recently. It was getting a lot of buzz. It managed to play in some theaters across America. It was very, very small release though, but it's available on DVD now. It's from Peace Arch Entertainment, and it's from, I'm sorry, I forget his name, Jack Messett, who was kind enough to send the DVD, so thanks, Jack. But it's called Midnight Movie. This movie is very cool. It's a nice little cool twist on the slasher film. It's basically a group of friends go to a midnight screening of a cult film, and it appears that something that has to do with the movie that they're watching has to do with the fact that they're getting picked off one by a killer. It's kind of a unique twist on a slasher film that you haven't seen before, or at least I hadn't seen before. It's almost as if there was a mixture of slasher film and demons, which is really cool. I love that movie. So I really enjoyed this one. Midnight Movie. You can rent it. You can pick it up almost anywhere, from what I understand. Look it up on the net, and you can definitely. I guarantee you, as a fan, you will get into this. And if you want to find out more information, you can go to www.midnightmovie.com. So definitely go there and check it out. Pick up a copy of this movie. At least give it a chance, because I think it's a really cool movie, and it deserves a little bit more attention. So that's about it. And I know this is going to be a little bit shorter than usual, hopefully, but I just want to get one of these out there. This is the first ever video on the bloodtypeonline.com YouTube page. So thanks. Hope you guys enjoy this. Look for more updates coming in the future. And obviously, feedback, suggestions, comments, you can email to bloodtypeonline@gmail.com, or you can just leave comments on the page here. So thanks everybody for joining us here for the Blood Type Online's first ever YouTube video. So here's to many more, and go watch some movies.